Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to lesson 7.4, which is on interpreting graphs. Go ahead and download the assignment and the notes for today, and we'll jump over to Notability and get started. Our learning target for today is I can describe a set of data using a line graph. So our two official math language words here is a set of data, which is just a piece of information, usually in numbers, and a line graph, which is what we're going to be creating. So our first little situation here kind of walks through different parts of a graph to make sure that we understand what the graph is telling us. It says, every morning Tom walks along a straight road from his home to a bus stop. The table shows his journey on one particular day. Use it to create a graph and then answer the following questions. Now I already took my time and distance, which is my table, and I already put that onto my graph. Question number 1 is, what is the label on the x-axis, which is down here? It says time in seconds. Question number 2 is, what is the label on the y-axis, which is right here, distance from home in meters. So what this is telling us is, as this line right here goes up, he's getting further away from home. As the line is going over, time is going. Question number 3 says, where is Tom at the beginning of the graph? So right here, he would be at home. How many parts does the graph have? And label them A, B, C, and D. I've already done this. We have A, B, C, and D, so there are 4 parts. Question 5, in which parts is the graph going up? Would be A and C. Question 6, in which parts is the graph going down? That is B. Question 7, are there any parts where the graph isn't going up or down? Yes, D is going straight across. In which parts of the graph is Tom moving the fastest? I would say like A and B looks to be the same. It's just A is the longer distance. And I would say C, it looks to be faster to me because that line is steeper. So hopefully that helps us understand the importance of looking at the labels in our graph. Our last 3 questions here, we're just matching our situation. I've got graph 1, 2, and 3. The first thing I want to do is look at my distance, or look at my labels. So I've got distance from home and time. And it looks like each one of those graphs, 2 also is distance from home and time. And the third one is also distance from home and time. So as that graph is going up, he's getting further away from home. So my first question says, Tom took his dog for a walk to the park. So he's leaving home. He set off slowly and then increased his pace. So that graph should be getting steeper. At the park, Tom turned around and walked home slowly. So he goes back home. So this line needs to hit this line again. So there's one right there, one right there. So this one looks like he's walking fast, going slow, then going home. This one he's walking fast, moving faster, and then going home. So I believe that this one is graph 2. Question 2 says, Tom rode his bike east from his home up a steep hill. After a while, the slope eased off. At the top, he raced down the other side. So he never goes back home in this one, which means this one has to be graph 3. Last but not least, of course, our answer will be graph 1, but let's make sure that it pairs up nicely. Tom went for a jog. At the end of his road, he bumped into a friend and his pace slowed, so they must have been talking or something. When Tom left his friend, he walked quickly back home. So again, he goes back home, so it does look like this one would be graph number 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our lesson today for lesson 7.4, which is on interpreting graphs. We've got an IXL and a worksheet to complete. At any point, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Schoology, and I will help you as best as I can. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.